constant barrage of storms, eventually leading to the great collapse of Winterhold, which pretty much left the vast majority of it in the Sea of Ghosts. All except, rather strangely, the college, which is now on a freestanding piece of rock just off the mainland. Now naturally, the locals, the Nords, the magic-fearing people were very suspicious about this. Why has the college survived when the rest of Winterhold ended up into the Sea of Ghosts? Rumours started to fly, and most Nords blame actually the mages of Winterhold itself for the great collapse. So that is what happened. And now all that's left of Winterhold is a few little buildings and a shop and an inn. And of course, our beloved college. So that is why a lot of people are very, very skeptical about college mages, and will probably do their best to avoid us at all costs. Turn their noses up at us, and all the rest of it. So Berlin has served a very good purpose there. She's answered one of the many questions that Elwynn has about various things. So after that little conversation, they went to bed and woke up in the morning ready to set out on today's adventures. Whatever will it bring? So far, a bit of mining and a couple of stray wolves and plenty of picking of herbs, but I'm sure business will pick up once we come across the main objective of the day. Elwynn asked Berlina if she'd seen Haggraven before herself. No such luck. No handy hints or tricks or tips on how to take the thing down if we do happen to stumble across it. So we'll have to play it by ear. I do hope that if we get a higher level of spell skill in illusion, that we have a slightly longer light spell than 60 seconds.
Wow, that's impressive.
What's impressive? You like the structure? The walkway bridges and such? One minute she's petrified of the place, next minute she's impressed by it. Flash in the pan, eh? Flash in the pan. Right, is there any more iron ore bits here? There's something here that looks relatively similar to iron ore. It's a bit damp down this end. Oh, managed to pick out a garnet. I don't really want to go too close. Or maybe she likes the waterfall. Maybe she's like Elwynn and she appreciates natural beauty. Waterfalls and cliffs and nice vistas in the night sky. Stars, moons, all these sorts of things. Natural phenomena, natural beauty. Always goes down well. Right, I think we're pretty much done here. As before, I've sort of kept my eyes open as best as I can, but I don't intend to go delving into every nook and cranny to root out the ore. I do vaguely remember there was some down here. Or did I pick it already? Let's get out of here. There we go. So pit is not a spell that that we can just sort of use to sort of break up the ore and make it easy just to pick up and collect rather than having to pick away like some miner. Fresh air once again. It always seems so much better, fresh air, when you've come from such a nasty place. It always goes down well. So, it's time to do what ultimately we actually came here to do, and that is to retrieve Nettlebane. Danakipure Spring once helped repairing the Gilder Green Tree outside the Temple of Kinnereth in Whiterun. If I'm not much mistaken, that is going to lead us here to Orphan Rock to retrieve Nettlebane, but to get there, it's not going to be easy. We're going to have to go back on the path whence we came at the very start of the game, past the Guardian Stones and the lake, up past the destroyed town of Helgen, and then up. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which means we're probably going to have to stop off somewhere if we can find a camp spot, and if not, then we're going to have to go through the night, which isn't a promising prospect, to be honest with you, fighting a Hagraven in the middle of the darkness. But we'll have to play it by ear. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. We could stop off in Riverwood maybe for the evening, set out early in the morning. That would make sense, but nah, let's go for it. Sense of danger, sense of uncertainty might add to the spice of the situation. There's salmon once again, trying their best to swim upstream. One day they may get the picture, it's not the wisest of choices. And there we go. Cast your eyes over this, Brelina. If you thought that waterfall within the mine was nice, take a look at this. Isn't this the view, eh? Quite the view. And I at sunset is twice as good. And if you see down there, Berlina, a tent down there is a fisherman. He sells a few bits and bobs. No fresher fish will you ever taste than from down there. Come on. Berlina? Ah, see? She does like natural beauty like Elwynn. I had to prize you away there, didn't I? Lagging behind because you was just picturing the view for that little bit longer. This is beginning to look rather familiar. Although when I first came down this way, I was rather confused and a little bit shocked at what I had witnessed. I'd just seen my life flash before my very eyes on more than one occasion. In fact, last night when we were having a wee chat, Berlina, obviously you told me about yourself, but I didn't really give you too much about my background. But suffice to say, yeah, I find myself on death's door in this very town. Almost got melted by a dragon and executed by the Imperials. Fear not, I am not a common criminal. As we delve ever further, looks like we're getting a little bit more snow here, and it's getting a little bit more brisk, a little bit more chilly. I believe the best thing to do is follow the path to Helgen and then go round and up. You can just about see the path here. Speaking of paths, on the PC there's actually a nice mod that actually shows the main roads on the map. Oops. But I haven't been this way, so there will be plenty of herbs for us to collect as we collecting herbs and collecting ore. Our bags are filling extremely quickly. But we do have Berlina, should we require any goods to sell, to be carried. Unlike Lydia, who we threw things onto at the earliest opportunity, only under the most extreme of circumstances will Elwynn give Berlina anything too cumbersome to carry. He will bear the brunt of the burdens until it's absolutely necessary for Berlina to carry something back. And in fact, we haven't been back to Helgen since it got burnt up by the dragon, so this is going to be quite an interesting experience and a half. I mean, we could go round, I think we might be able to go around, but we're going to go through. We're going to have a nosy. See if there's anything left. There might be a few survivors, a few stragglers. And now the sun is beginning to set. Now is the time to go back to the Guardian Stones and picture the lake at this time. We'll have to do that one day, Berlina. There's a few things that we would really be better off doing. Visiting the northern reaches in the evening, looking up at the northern lights, the Guardian Stones at sunset. There are many picturesque things, and look at this, char-grilled corpses. Really is not a great sight to greet you. But if we want to go through Helgen, we're going to have to unlock the gates so we could go around. And is there anything inside waiting for us other than... Let's go for it. Just to see the extent of the devastation, if anything else. Oh boy! Wait a minute! There's people here? And now we get to dance. Nice job. Oh, this is a nice shield. Quite expensive. Didn't expect to be on a looting spree, really, to be honest with you. Is that another one? Hello? Uh-oh. Oh my god! Holy great balls of fire! He got bombarded! He was doing his best. He was doing his absolute best to block them with his life ward. But really? He did not stand the slightest chance, did he? No siree, he did not. And then to cap it all off, he flew to his death. He slid for ages. Right, it's 6:54. I think we've... Brelina! Not today! Did you see that? Did you see that? Elwynn. Desperation. Determination not to lose another companion forced the new shout from his mouth, ice form, and he just clipped the bandit in time, and Brelina finished him off and shattered him into 1,000 pieces. They do say under great stress do we truly realise our potential. And that was one of those moments right there for Mr. Elwynn. Yeah, as I was about to say before I realised you were getting bombarded by bandits, Brelina, I was saying it's getting dark now. The Hagraven isn't exactly round the corner. She's probably going to be a little bit of a trek away from here, so I think we're going to just continue to look around the last few bits and bobs of this rather desolate place, and then we might be able to take up refuge in Helgen Keep. Spend the night before heading out tomorrow morning. Although there doesn't seem to be anything really worth our while here, but it's almost like I'm compelled to come here, really, just to... This is where I was to meet my end. So when I was on that wagon, being ridden through to the Executioner's Square, I was really taking in the sights with some great detail, because I honestly thought these would be the last things I was going to see. I almost feel some kind of attachment to this place. I know I shouldn't, but I do. Hello?
Now ain't this a surprise?
Oh. Not when I'm trying to... Get away from me! Do you not see I'm trying to reminisce here? With your damn Mohican and your face paint? Is that supposed to scare people? Maybe the old Elwynn would have fled away trying to conjure a Blominator out to do his bidding, but no. Things are slightly different now.